उतरते हैं ट्रैक पे. Men's 5000 meter run T13 और once again भावेश भट्ट जो कल उत्तराखंड के इस इवेंट को 1500 में जीते थे, 613 इसमें फर्म फेवरेट होंगे.
जी हाँ, भावेश भट्ट उत्तराखंड के, वीरेंद्र सिंह हिमाचल प्रदेश के, नंदिशा कर्नाटका के, रामकरण सिंह दिल्ली के, सौरभ हिमाचल प्रदेश के और शरद कर्नाटका के. 5000 मीटर का रन T13 कैटेगरी शुरुआत से बढ़त बनाते हुए.
It's a long race, 12.5 laps. Different people have different tactics. Most of them tend to go very slow and conservative in the beginning, and after they've settled in, they start to increase the pace. So the first runner, apparently, you can make out visual impairment going all over the track because his impairment is visual, and Saurabh Sharma running here in the lead, whereas the more fancied runners are going off at a conservative pace. It's 12.5 laps to go. They are just completing their first lap. Saurabh Sharma, valiant effort by him to run such a first lap, 72 seconds, which actually means 15 minutes for the 5000. And remember, Ankur Dhama won it in 17:53. So the pace seems to be very fast. Let's see how he goes on.
So Saurabh Sharma yesterday won a bronze from Himachal Pradesh, this boy, T12 category, although T12 and T13 overarching categories. And that's Bhavesh Bhatt at the front. And Saurabh Sharma and Bhavesh Bhatt, they competed in the same event, 1500 meter T13 yesterday. Saurabh incidentally clocked 4 minutes 41.39, while Bhavesh, he clocked 4.20.70. So there was a distance of, about 20 seconds in the competition yesterday. But, yesterday also they were competing against each other, and we see that it's almost the same case today as well.
But I must appreciate Saurabh. The boy has the guts to try and go close to Bhavesh Bhatt. He's only about 10 meters. We know for a fact that he will probably be 200 meters at the end of it all. But the guts to give it all till he tires is something worth appreciating. And this is how we recognize talent.
And let's not forget Sharat MS competing in the same event. And yesterday, he won silver. So, Bhavesh, Sharat and Saurabh, we see them, that's 613. Bhavesh Bhatt, Sharat is around, Saurabh is around. Sharat silver medalist yesterday in 1500 meter. And today, they are clashing in an expanded version, 5000 meters.
And Saurabh is really giving it his all. He doesn't want to be third today. He wanted to be first in the first lap, and now in the third lap, he is running very gallantly behind Bhavesh Bhatt. Wonderful inspiration this boy is giving. While the other runner who beat him yesterday is running at a very conservative pace, Sharad is giving it his all.
Rupinder, as a coach, what would be your advice? Someone transitioning from 1500 meter to 5000, what tips would you give?
Well, 1500 to 5000 is a easy transition in the sense that all you have to do is increase your volume of training so that you have done enough miles in your leg before you get onto a competition. Basically, that's the difference. And then you also build on your speed endurance. In 1500, you need more speed and, let's say, 60 speed and 40 endurance. In this, you have 75 endurance and 25 speed.
And just another call out for the audience here, that T13 is for runners with a visual impairment. So we saw Ankur Dhama, T11, wearing a blindfold with a possibility of, looking at up to 25 centimeters. But here, their vision for T13 category, the vision is constricted to a radius of less than 20 degrees. And they can very easily recognize a tennis ball sized object at a maximum of 5 meters, and which is why you see that there is no blindfold, there is no guide runner. It's a slightly better version in the same category, which is track event visual impairment, and that's why you see no guides there.
Exactly, lesser impairment, and look at the freedom with which they are running, both Bhavesh and Saurabh. I'm really impressed with Saurabh. He's giving it to Bhavesh, but it is quite evident that Bhavesh is a superior trained athlete, but the guts that Saurabh is showing is really gladdening my hearts. It's more important to be gutsy once you get into the competition and not be conservative. Almost like a Rohit Sharma approach in a 50 overs match as opposed to the KL Rahuls and the Virat Kohlis.
And Ankur Dhamai mentioned that unfortunately a loss of vision due to an infection at the age of 6, and it is no different for Bhavesh Bhatt as well. At a tender age of 5, while playing with his friends, the children were playing with broomsticks, and accidentally it got stuck and pierced into Bhavesh's eyes, which resulted into visual impairment. From a family perspective, despite financial constraints, his father Kishan Bhatt took him to the doctors, the best of them, but they could only manage to save partial vision in Bhavesh's right eye. So that's his story, a tragic incident, but at the same time, that grit and that courage and that hope to participate, he refused to give up. He not only continued his studies, forayed into sports, make a name for himself.
And with his stride, you can make out he's a well-trained athlete. He's running well within himself, as opposed to Saurabh behind him, who's not trained, I guess, from the way he's running, but still giving it his all. And again, in terms of the visual impairment, he seems to be running all over first, second, third lane. But Bhavesh, with his consistency and his practice, is going in a straight line in that first track, which you should be doing.
And another thing that we must know, the audience should know, that many of the para-athletes, they have this courage to participate and compete in able-bodied events. And that's how they test themselves. So Bhavesh, he did the same. He participated in able-bodied events, although he came last. But that practice, that courage, that grit to go on, that follow through, that stuck with him. And probably that's what we see here in terms of his performance across various events. That's a direct result of that.
Absolutely. It's how much commitment, how much focus, ability to take on everyone, irrespective of your reduced vision, is a very good trait. In fact, one of the high jumpers who won a silver, Praveen, who trains in Delhi, also went to the normal-bodied interstate competition and won a silver medal. As Bhavesh continues to lap all the other runners, Saurabh gallantly behind him, now only 100 meters behind him, while the other two runners have been lapped.
जी हाँ रुपिंदर, अक्सर देखा जाता है कि जो बिल्कुल नॉर्मल खिलाड़ी होते हैं वो भी कई बार जब ओवरटेक करने की कोशिश करते हैं तो वो टच हो जाते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ देखिए कितनी खूबसूरती से भावेश ने ओवरटेक किया है अपने साथी खिलाड़ी को. निश्चित तौर पर एक अच्छा अनुभव, अच्छी प्रैक्टिस और गुड जजमेंट हम इसे कहेंगे.
Absolutely. These are all the learnings in sport, aside of the winning of medals, that the boy or the girl making an effort will gain from. And the way Saurabh is running today, he'll gain oodles of confidence and he'll be a very different person from tomorrow onwards. This is what competition is all about. Learning more about yourself and being a better self today as opposed to what you were yesterday.
और अब ये वापस चलते हैं मेंस 5000 मीटर रन T13। ये लास्ट लैप है और जैसा कि पहले ही अंदाजा हो गया था, भावेश गोल्ड मेडल के लिए फिनिश करेंगे। क्या बॉडी लैंग्वेज है, क्या कॉन्फिडेंस है। और ये बॉडी लैंग्वेज देखिए आप। दिल्ली के जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम में एथलेटिक्स के मुकाबले दूसरा दिन आज है और ये मेडल मैच 5000 मीटर T13 कैटेगरी। भावेश और इसी के साथ भावेश ने इस रेस को कंप्लीट किया, पहला स्थान हासिल किया है। बहुत बढ़िया। निश्चित तौर पर अब समय है अपने प्रदर्शन को एनालाइज करने का। जी हां, चाहेंगे कि भविष्य में भी यही प्रदर्शन करते रहें। 16 मिनट 45.41 सेकंड के साथ दिल्ली के जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम में इस खिलाड़ी ने 5000 मीटर रन T13 में गोल्ड मेडल हासिल किया है। कोच भी खुश होंगे अपने प्रदर्शन से, खुद भी भावेश निश्चित तौर पर प्रसन्न होंगे। क्यों ना हो, मौका है। और इसी के साथ सौरभ शर्मा, इन्होंने भी रेस को कंप्लीट कर लिया है। ये देखिए, ये वो विनिंग मूवमेंट है। बहुत जबरदस्त तरीके से स्टार्टिंग से ही लीड बनाकर रखी थी और लगातार उसको मेंटेन किया। एक बार भी ऐसा लगा नहीं कि कोई टक्कर मिलने वाली होगी। और सौरभ की बात करें तो 17 मिनट 34.22 सेकंड के साथ उन्होंने इस रेस को कंप्लीट किया है।
इवेंट क्या है ये?
T13 5,000।
अरे इवेंट नंबर?
इवेंट नंबर है 29।
So, Bhavesh Bhatt, 2 goals overall in this Khelo India Para Games. And that's Saurabh Sharma, silver 17.34.22. And that is, looks like he's Sharat, but that's Ram Karan Singh from Delhi. Trailing behind
जी हां, इसी के साथ रामकरण ने इस रेस को कंप्लीट किया है और तीसरा स्थान हासिल किया है। रामकरण सिंह दिल्ली के लोकल बॉय हैं। होम ग्राउंड का फायदा मिलता है खिलाड़ी को और निश्चित तौर पर यहां पर अपने प्रदर्शन अपने ही लोगों के बीच में, अपने ही स्टेट में, अपने राज्य में खिलाड़ी ये चाहता है कि मेडल मुझे मिले। और यहां ये परफॉर्मेंस देखिए, कितने आसानी से अपने ब्रोंज मेडल के लिए जो दावेदारी थी उसको पुख्ता किया, हासिल किया। खर्च किए हैं 19 मिनट 15.30 सेकंड।
So already today we've seen 2 double gold medalists, Ankur Dhama in the T11, 15 and 5, and a double for Bhavesh Bhatt in T13, 15 and 5.